Hello and welcome to this video presentation from TheOneStopSatShop and buymystuff.co.uk. Today we're going to be looking at the vintage Christmas light bulbs that we have available in our shops. There are a number of different types of these vintage light bulbs, as you can see, and hopefully after watching this video you'll have a better understanding of the different types and also how to identify them. As you can see, the bulbs at first glance do look kind of similar, but on closer inspection you can see they're different sizes and different sizes of threads, and it's quite obvious, you know, that there are major differences in some of them. It's not so obvious, however, when you have your own set and you don't have anything else to compare them against. So just to run over the different types of lamps that are available, there are three main part numbers applied to these lamps. The first one is the 795 lamp. It's given a C designation when it's coloured, and this is a 12 volt E12 lamp. In other words, it has a 12mm thread. We'll come back to that in a minute. The next most common type is the 792 lamp. This again is a coloured lamp like the one previously. It's also 12 volts but has an E10 thread, which is a 10mm thread. And finally, the most common, one of the other common coloured types is the 784C. This is a 20 volt E10 lamp, and it's normally distinguishable by the fact that it has a less see-through paint finish on it. You can't actually see the filament on these lamps that you can with the other types. So just to start at the beginning again, if I move these lamps away, I'll bring them back one at a time so that you can see the different types. Hopefully I won't make any mistakes myself here, because it is confusing even for someone like myself who has sold many of these lamps. This is the 795, so we'll have a closer look at this. The 795 is by far the most common type of vintage Christmas light bulb. It's a 12 volt lamp. It also has what's called an E12 thread. Now the E12 refers to the diameter of the crests of the thread. If you use this caliper, you can have a look and you can see that if we put the two jaws between the lamp, we've got around about 12mm. It's not exact, but it's very close to 12mm. That identifies the lamp as an E12. One of the most common mistakes that our customers make is ordering E10 lamps when they need E12s and vice versa. So it's a good idea to get a caliper or even just a ruler if you can and measure the diameter of the thread before you make any orders. This 795 is a coloured blue lamp, as you can see. Generally we sell this lamp in packs of 6 different colours. There are another couple of variations of the lamp, namely the fuse lamp. In fact, I thought this was a fuse lamp and a clear lamp. Even I've made a mistake. That's the difference there. We have a fuse lamp which has a sort of a white tip to it, and the clear lamp which is the same as the fuse lamp but it's not painted at all. Sometimes you find that there's some of your sets have a complete set of clear lamps and some sets have a complete set of coloured lamps, although you can mix them up as much as you like. It's only necessary to have one fuse lamp in the set. The purpose of the fuse lamp, as its name suggests, is to, you know, blow if there's an excess current in the circuit. The fuse lamp is quite important because the lamps themselves are what's called permanent contact lamps. Because it's a series set, if one lamp goes open circuit, then, you know, the whole lot will go off. But the particular lamps in question are designed to fail to a short circuit, so that if a lamp fails, your whole set won't go off. However, you will notice that one bulb isn't working, so it's quite a good idea to keep your eyes peeled for a failed lamp. The reason is that when the lamp fails, the current flow through the circuit will increase slightly, and the more lamps that fail, the higher and higher the current will go. The voltage applied between the two ends of the circuit is mains voltage at 240 volts, so therefore every lamp that fails, the 12 volts has to be divided between all the other lamps in the chain. That's why the fuse bulb is important, because it will fail after a few lamps have gone short circuit, therefore preventing, you know, a massive chain reaction and all your bulbs just blowing very, very quickly. The voltage, as I said, on these lamps is 12 volts, which means that they tend to be used in 20 light sets. Being a series combination, if you know anything about basic circuit theory, the mains voltage is 240 volts divided by 20, that comes down to 12, so therefore there are 20 of these lamps in a set. So that's the 795. I'll run over all the other ones. Most of what I've said about the 795 applies to the other types as well. The next most common type is the 792. Now, sorry, if I can get this correct, that's a 792 there. It's the same type of lamp again, slightly different shape and size, but the main difference is the thread size. In this particular case, the thread is 10mm, therefore it's referred to as E10. Now you can see it's approximately 10mm across the threads. It's not exact, but there is a big difference between the 10mm and the 12mm, as you can see when you compare them side by side. So again, a quick measurement of your bulb before you make any orders is always a good idea. The E10 thread is commonly referred to as MES. You may have heard that term before, miniature Edison screw. The E12 is also referred to as the CES. That's less commonly used. It does mean candelabra Edison screw. So if you ever hear that term to describe your bulbs, maybe in your instruction book, if you still have it, you're looking for E12. So CES is E12 and MES is E10. Within the 792 range, we also have a clear lamp as well, and additionally we have a fuse lamp for the 792. The 792 fuse lamp is a little bit bigger than the standard lamps. However, it is, you know, the correct type to use. I wouldn't worry too much about the size. So we have the 792 available in clear and also in different colours. You normally receive a set of 6 different colours. If I can show you the different types that we normally supply, I think that's more or less a full set right there. Okay, so there's the 6 different colours, similar colours in the 795 as well. Again, exactly the same explanation that I mentioned earlier on about the 795s applies to the 792s. Have a fuse lamp in the circuit if you can. It will save you some money in the long run if some of your lamps fail. Again, the 792s are permanent contact lamps. One other thing that I should have mentioned previously is with reference to fuse lamp and the part numbers. The 792 lamp uses a 793 fuse lamp, okay, and the 795 previously mentioned, now if I can bring that back, uses a 796 fuse lamp. Okay, so it's one number above the main part number. Looking through our online shop, if you type in these part numbers, you'll come across the lamps in question. The final coloured lamp that's commonly found is the 784. Now this is a little bit different from the previous 2 types in that it's a 20 volt lamp. Because it's 20 volts, you'll find that there are 12 in a set. 12 into 240 is 20. There's no other difference from the other 2 types other really than the voltage. You can't interchange these lamps. It would be a bad idea to mix 792s and 784s even though the threads are the same, because the imbalance in the voltage levels could cause, you know, your lamps to fail. Again, if you look at the thread, it's an E10 thread. It's quite a small thread. A quick check with your ruler or a caliper if you have one before you make any orders. It's a good idea. If you do look closely at the lamps, it's probably very difficult to see on the camera, but most of the lamps do have the rating printed on the side. I can see on this lamp that it says 20 volts, 3 watts. So again, a quick check at the base will indicate what voltage of lamp you need. You can also tell what voltage of lamp is required simply by the number of bulbs in the set. If it's a 20 light set, then you need 12 volt lamps. If it's a 12 light set, then you need 20 volt lamps. So that hopefully clears up these different lamp types. Once again, 795s are 12s, 792s are 12s, and 784s are 20 volt lamps. The only other type of lamp that you may come across is the candlebridge lamp. We do have this lamp available as well. This is a 34 volt lamp. It's used generally in candle bridges and is quite distinctive because of the lines engraved onto the glass bulb. Being 34 volts, if you divide 34 into 240, it goes about 7 times. So this lamp's used in 7 lamp candle bridge sets. So if you need them, you should find them available as well. The other question we get asked quite often is how do I know if the bulb has failed or not? How do I deal with a Christmas light set? I've taken it out the cupboard, plug it in, and it doesn't work at all. That's not that common with these types of bulbs, because I said because of permanent contact. But if you are faced with an issue where the bulbs don't work, an easy test is to take a 9 volt battery like this one. The contacts are conveniently spaced apart so that you can test all of these bulbs quite easily. Just to show you, we have one 9 volt battery, and there's a 795 clear lamp. Just put it across the terminals and you can see that the bulb comes on. So that allows you to test all of your bulbs quite quickly. If you put it on to the battery and the lamp doesn't light, then it means either the bulb is short circuit or open circuit. Either way, it's US, so put that in the bin and get some new ones. You can test really all of the lamps using that method. Even the 20 volt lamps will light with a 9 volt source. I can't really show you that just now in this light because it is quite dim, so it's better to use that in dimmer lighting conditions. There's the 34 volt lamp. As you can see, even that does light up. It's very, very dim. Maybe you can see that, but it does give you an indication that the bulb actually does work. So you can go through all of your bulbs one at a time and check them out. So I hope this little video demonstration has cleared up the differences between these Christmas light bulbs, and hopefully you'll be able to order the correct type when you have to. Thank you.